Hey guys, today's video is all about empathy. Now, empathy is actually a huge competency or skill area in emotional intelligence, not just for adults, but for kids as well. So, empathy in a nutshell is basically a person's ability to put themselves in someone else's shoes, see a situation from someone else's perspective, and really just understand that other people have different thoughts and feelings to ourselves. So it's, as I said, a really critical skill, not just for adults in the workplace or in a team or with your spouse and things like that, but for kids as well in all their relationships. So it's really important that we be able to teach our kids the skills of empathy and how that can flow into their relationships to make them have better friendships and a smoother time in the classroom and in the playground and things like that. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about what empathy looks like in kids who have empathy and those that don't, and also what are some ways, some really practical ways that we can cultivate empathy in our kids. So we've probably all seen those kids who seem to be in a lot of arguments or conflicts a lot of the time. They might not have as many friends as other kids, and they just don't have that ability to see things from other people's point of view. So they're obviously the kids who lack empathy. And now the kids who do have empathy are those ones who have really good, solid friendships. They probably have deeper friendships or closer friends. And that's in part because of their ability to connect with other kids and see things from different people's perspectives. So it's things like sharing and waiting and taking turns for the younger kids. And for older kids, it's developing those deeper friendships that allow them to really connect and talk about things that are important to their friends. So rather than just talking about themselves the whole time. So there are a few ways that I want to go through quickly, which are just some really great little tips and strategies for you as parents to be able to cultivate empathy in your kids. So the first one is to teach them how to do some deep listening or active listening. So often we kind of listen on the surface about what's being said or what's happening in this situation. But if we teach our kids to listen a bit closer and use some questions like, what do you think's happening there? Or why is she feeling that way? And what prompted her to do that? Or those kind of questions that just probe a little bit deeper. There's some really good questions and kind of conversation starters to help your kids develop those empathy skills for other people. So my next one is to ask these two little words, which is what else? So when we're talking with our kids about how other kids are feeling or what happened, to say, okay, so why do you think that happened? And that your child might have an answer of, oh, well, maybe she was upset, so she grabbed something off the other child. And you could say, okay, well, what else? So it probes that deeper sort of thinking from your kids. Oh, maybe she really wanted it too. Maybe she was upset that she didn't have it. So it starts those sort of cogs turning around what other kids are thinking and feeling. And for older kids, let's say their friend is really upset with them because they didn't invite them to a party. And you can ask, okay, so why would your friend feel like that? If you were the friend who didn't get invited, what would that make you feel? Oh, I'd be pretty upset. And what else? I'd feel kind of left out. Like it's those conversations and those deeper probing questions that really start to kickstart thinking about other people and their thoughts and feelings too. An awesome one, even for younger kids, is just things like books and TV shows. We know our kids love reading books and watching TV, and there's so many situations in there where you can talk about it later at dinner or just before bed and say, wow, do you remember when we watched that? Or in this book, what happened there with that friend? Why do you think she felt like that? Or how come that happened? And just again, start those conversations around prompting your child to think about what someone else would have thought or felt. So they're really, really easy, really powerful, tips to start with. And I think the last one obviously is for younger kids to help them kickstart some empathy feelings and thoughts is to get them to pretend that whatever happened to them. So, wow, how would you feel if that happened to you? What would you do in that situation? Do you reckon you would try this? What would happen if you did that? if that happened to you. So getting your child to put themselves in the situation of whatever's happened or what they've read in the book or seen on TV or their friend, and then say, how do you reckon you would feel? I think I'd feel pretty upset, or I would feel so excited that happened. So just prompting your child to have those thoughts around, oh, if it happened to me, what would I think and feel? So there's heaps of different ways, and they're just a few of the tips I wanted to share today. Let me know what you guys think. And if you've already started using some of these tips with your kids to develop their empathy, I want to know how it's going and what's something that's really worked for you and your child, what's something really powerful that you can share with us. So let me know. Also, please subscribe down below so you can get all the videos that I'm going to be posting over the next few weeks. I'm hoping to really start sharing heaps of tips and strategies around emotional intelligence and all the different areas, so that as parents we can really help our kids be the best little people that they can be. The other thing is, if you guys haven't already, come and follow us on Facebook. I will put all the links below. We're on Facebook and Instagram as well, and come and join me because I'm always posting little bits of tips and information there too. All right, thanks guys. See you next time. Bye.